All right, let's talk about something that's super important for anyone who loves playing on PokerBros, playing smart. Now, this isn't about some complicated betting strategy. It's about the foundation of a great poker experience, making sure it stays fun, sharp, and enjoyable every single time you sit down to play.
Okay, so let's just get the big question out of the way, right? A lot of people wonder, they're just play chips, so why should I even care about managing them? And you know what? That's a totally fair question. If there's no real cash involved, what's the big deal? Well, the risk isn't to your wallet, it's to your enjoyment of the game.
And that gets to the heart of it. See, responsible gaming on a platform like this is all about protecting the fun. It's a mindset, really. It's about focusing on building your skills and being part of a community, while dodging all that stress and frustration that can sneak in when things feel out of control, even with play chips.
This is the mantra you gotta keep in your head. The goal is always entertainment. It's about the challenge, learning the game, and connecting with other players. When you remember that, every decision you make is about making the experience better, not worse.
All right, let's get into the practical stuff. The first step is to create your own personal poker rulebook. Now, don't think of this as a bunch of boring restrictions. No, this is your professional playbook, a strategy you design yourself to help you play your best and stay in control. So this playbook, it's built on 4 core strategies that put you in the driver's seat. And these aren't just random rules. These are techniques that top players use to stay disciplined. So let's break down how to actually use each one. First up, time. Before you even start a session, decide how long you're going to play. The sweet spot is usually somewhere between 30 and 60 minutes, because let's be real, fatigue leads to mistakes. And don't just think it, do it. Set an actual alarm on your phone. Maybe you have a hard stop, like no poker after 10 p.m. When that alarm rings, you log off. Simple as that.
Next is your chip loss limit. This one is so powerful for preventing you from chasing losses when you're tilted. You pick a number, let's say 2,000 chips, and if you lose that much in a single session, you're done for the day. No exceptions. This treats your chips like they have value and keeps the game from becoming a frustrating chase.
And this is where you bring a little financial discipline to your play chips. Budgeting like this, setting aside a certain amount for cash games, another for tournaments, and keeping some in reserve. It makes sure that one bad run doesn't completely wipe you out. It guarantees you always have chips to play another day.
Now, the great thing is, you're not on your own with any of this. Your personal rulebook is your strategy, but the PokerBros app itself gives you a whole set of tools to act as your partner in responsible play.
And this slide shows that partnership perfectly. On the left, that's your role, setting those personal limits we just talked about. And on the right, that's the app's role, providing powerful features to help you stick to your plan. It's a total team effort.
So let's take a quick look at what's in your toolbox. The app gives you ways to take a cool-off period with self-exclusion. You can get session reminders, and there are even detailed analytics to help you spot patterns in your own play. It's all designed to help you stay in control.
But beyond all the features and all the rules, this might be the most powerful tool you have, a simple, honest self-check. Every once in a while, just stop and ask yourself this question. If the answer is ever no, that is a crystal clear signal to log off and take a break. The goal is enjoyment, remember?
Okay, so we've covered personal rules and app tools. Now for the third pillar, the community. PokerBros is built around social play, and that community structure gives you a huge advantage in keeping the game safe and fun for everyone.
A key concept to know here is the union. If you're not familiar, a union is basically a network of different clubs that all agree to share their players. This creates a much larger, more dynamic ecosystem with more games, bigger events, and a stronger, more connected community.
So what's so great about that? Well, a bigger player pool means more games are running at any given time, you get a wider variety of opponents to test your skills against, and you see much larger tournaments and events. Crucially, it also helps create a supportive environment with shared standards for fair play across all the clubs in that union.
And this is where every single player has a role to play. Creating a safe community just comes down to simple etiquette. Things like keeping the chat positive and looking out for your fellow players. These small actions create a positive environment for everyone at the table.
So what's the end game here? These strategies, the personal rules, the app tools, the community support, they are all designed to help you build one thing: the responsible player's mindset. A mindset that always prioritizes enjoyment.
So here's the main takeaway from our explainer today. Playing smart on PokerBros is all about balance and awareness. It's that combination of your own personal limits, the tools the app gives you, and the support of the community that really keeps the game light, engaging, and free from stress.
And that leaves us with one final question for you to think about. Whether it's a strict time limit, a loss limit, or something else entirely, what is the #1 rule you use to make sure your time at the tables is always enjoyable?